All right, you guys, another Friday night, another Hot 10 show. We got the crew with us. We got Richie, we've got Ben S, and maybe Mighty Mel V is going to be joining us in a little bit. We're crossing our fingers. And we got a lot to talk about tonight. More drama, unfortunately. And we're gonna have to get into it. This is the type of stuff that we kind of have to talk about when it happens like this. But that being said, we got a lot of fun books to go over tonight. And yeah, we've got, of course, the Almost 10 coming up. But I want to remind everybody, again, a big thank you to the community here that's been rocking with us these last 5 months. We've really, really had a lot of fun, and it has put some YouTube channels on the map. So thank you guys. We appreciate everybody that's subbed up to Popcorn Culture, to Beyond Wednesdays, and to the House of Stein. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Also, make sure you guys are leaving comments below in the YouTube channel if you guys are catching this on the rewind. We want to know what you guys think. We talk to the people in the live chat every week. They are just rocking and rolling every week, and we love them to death, including all the people that support us by just showing up and hanging out. Like that's the amazing part. And then you support us by catching our videos on the replay. So we want to know what you guys think. You can also support us by dropping super chats like Rob, who says, I think publishers need to spend more on better writers and artists to do interiors and one main cover. Too much money is being spent on too many cover artists and not on what sells, with a $9.99 super chat. Rob, much love, brother. We appreciate you. Very, very cool. Yeah, man, it's very interesting. And that's why we're here. We're going to get into it. The conversation is going to be aplenty tonight. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's get started, you guys, with the Almost 10, brought to you by Beyond Wednesdays. So make sure you guys go sub up. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. The first Almost 10 book of the week. I had to throw a couple interesting, or Stein threw a couple interesting books in there, but I had to throw a very cool book on at the end that I'm really stoked about that we'll talk about when we get there. All right, here we go. First, Almost 10 for August 26, 2022. Shirtless Bear Fighter, you guys. What's going on with the Shirtless Bear Fighter stuff? Did you guys see the sales on the Shirtless Bear Fighter Scotty Young variant also?
No, not the Scotty Young.
It's stupid.
It's like 200 plus.
It's insane. Yeah, and this Burt Reynolds one is like, I remember when this came out. Like, what was this, like 4 or 5 years ago? This was a long time ago.
Yeah,
and I remember when it came out. Yeah, so 2017, I guess that's when it's dated on the cover. But
this is number 3, the Robinson, as Stein put it, Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, it looks like, it's Burt Reynolds basically.
Yeah.
I mean, with the pancakes, it's really funny, but yeah, I mean, so this like is not an easy book to find, right? I mean, I think it was like Weird Venom. I think this was like a 1 in 10, maybe. It's not like super like, but by issue 3 of Shirtless Bear Fighter, I mean, gosh. I mean, the Scotty Young is number 2, and that was a 1 in 10, and that's impossible to find. So now you come to 3, and so this one did finally have a sale this week, which had been forever since there was even a sale, but sold for $175 raw. So it's basically just kind of like the Scotty Young. I mean, it's basically $175, almost $200 for these things raw. It's crazy.
Was Andrew Robinson the Starman artist? You remember the OG Starman series back in like the 90s in DC?
Oh, from the 0 Hour?
Yeah. I love that series. And I want to say Andrew Robinson was a part of that, I believe. But chat, let us know if you remember that series also. I remember when Shirtless Bear Fighter came out and just thought it was so funny. I felt like it was just such a troll, joke, funny book, you know? And it was right when retailer exclusives were starting. Shout out Jesse James Comics. He had a Shirtless Bear Fighter exclusive that sold so quick in store. Like back then, exclusives would be sell in the store and then on eBay next. And they sold out so quick in stores. Like everybody was buying it because they thought it was so funny. And here it is. What's going on? Is there news of option on this?
Well, I mean, they came out with Shirtless Bear Fighter 2, last week. So maybe it's just like, oh, people liked that before. I guess they'll still like it, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget Bryan was on location, remote on location, so he was going in and out. So when you went out, we didn't have any control over the stream yard. So we just started talking, and we just started talking about the variant last week, and we thought about how great it was, and it's cool to see that the other books are feeling the love. So.
Yeah. James Robinson and Tony Harris. Thank you. No. That is the Starman creative team back in the day. All right. How much did you say? 175 raw? Ooh, man. I'd be selling this all day, every day. On to the next one. We got a lot of cool books tonight. And I remember when this book came out thinking, yeah, in a year or two, this book is going to be very sought after. And here it is on the almost 10 list. Aquaman the Becoming, #1. It's a good cover. It is a really good cover. Is this Middleton? Who is this?
I don't know who that is.
It doesn't look like Middleton.
I think it's
the signature, at least.
David Tulaski. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a first appearance of somebody, but I'm not really that into my Aquaman characters.
First Deluge. It's basically spoiler alert. Deluge is later revealed as the sister of Jackson.
Oh, okay. I mean, I read Aquaman back in the 90s, back when he lost his hand and stuff like that. That was when I picked up Aquaman every month. But
Peter David
run. But this, I mean, I will say, so there was an $18 sale on this. Now, I don't know if that's to be honest, I'm going to be real clear. I don't know if I buy that $18 sale, because there were several other ones that were listed for around 10. So I don't necessarily know if that 18 sounds real or not. Probably not, but I never know anymore. So I just leave it up to everybody. I point it out. Hey, this is what it sold for. Whether or not it's legit or not, that's up for you to kind of decide.
Yep. All right, on to the next. Let's get it. Deathstroke #12. Here we go. I'm going to catch shit for loving homage covers and hating homage covers again, because this is one of those ones that I had to buy back in the day, because homage covers weren't, what they are now, and just totally played out. And, who doesn't like the classic Wolverine, Hulk 340 homage? And it's a DC book on top of it. So, I see him now, and I'm like,
well, and what I find funny, it just says Rob Liefeld, like like the writer, artist, like it just says Rob Liefeld. Yeah. Second, I wasn't even aware that there was this Deathstroke homage. I didn't even know, because it's just a regular cover. Yeah. I didn't even know this was out there, because it was way late in the run before they switched over to the second series in the New 52 of Deathstroke. So this was, I don't know how far, I can't remember how many the first run went to, but it wasn't much past 12, if any, at all. But this is like a $20 book as well. So I've probably passed this one by without even thinking about stopping in the Deathstroke run there from New 52.
Yeah. This is the type of book you find in like dollar bins or new collections and stuff like that, but you see it on the almost 10, and now you can go look for it now because it's out there. So what is it selling for?
Like around 20. Like Comic George says, Lobo looks terrible.
Lobo does look terrible.
I agree.
Well, you know what's happening here, right? It's that, what's the Marvel cover with Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah,
Wolverine's in the blade. That's what's happening, right? So they made him look like Wolverine. So.
Yeah. Liefeld is
he's a character.
He's hit or miss, and he's a lot of miss right now. But man, follow his Facebook, and he is hit all the time on his Facebook, all the time. He knocks him out the park, man. So, all right. Next on the almost 10 list, this is a cool book right here. I really like this book. Metal Gear Solid Sons of Liberty, #1, the 1 in 15 variant. And I love video game comics. So I'm going to search this out, no matter what, but it's a very, very cool cover.
Yeah, did you see who was the cover artist on this?
This is, hold on one second, I've got it here. Ashley Wood.
Oh, okay.
And it is foil. It's foil, by the way. So foil.
Is it
gold foil?
Is it just the Metal Gear Solid that's in the foil, or the covers, or is the whole cover foil?
Let's take a look. Let me see if I can find this better pictures of it. Let me go take a quick look.
Yeah. So while he's finding that, so 1 in 15, this sold for $330 this week. So
Wow.
yeah.
Raw.
If you see it, do not leave this one behind for sure.
Yeah.
Because I would bet most comic shops would have no idea it sells for that.
Yeah. Here we go. Here is the gold. Well, just the Metal Gear Solids in gold foil.
Okay.
So
I like it.
Yeah, it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Old school IDW with the Konami on there, which makes it even cooler. But there you go. Ashley Wood sketch variant cover. Very, very cool book. Definitely don't want to leave that one behind. 350 raw, you said?
Yeah, 330 raw. Yeah, Arizona, playing Arizona. What year was this?
2005.
I was going to say, if that's got the old IDW logo, it'd have to be mid-2000s.
Yeah, 2005. Nate 138 says, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have that. I'll have to look for you. Yes, you should. Yes, 1010%. 1110%. 1111%, bro. All right, next on the list, another great book that I absolutely love. Shout out to Mr. Longshort. For a second there, like if you kind of catch this out of the corner of your eye, not only is it like a really good Gwenpool cover, but it might almost be like a bubblegum variant, but not a bubblegum variant. But anyways,
right.
Gwenpool number 25, Jen Bartel variant. Great book.
Yeah, this is I didn't know about this one. But yeah, I mean these are sort of like fun covers, right? I mean, I think that whole Gwenpool character is just like fun, right? But I don't know what's the deal with the 3? I mean, like who is in the middle and who is on the right?
Those are her different personalities, like the angel and the demon.
Oh, okay. So that's her, and then that's like her good and bad angel sitting on her shoulders or something, I guess.
I'm not that Gwen, it says.
Yeah. And here's the other thing. How great is Gwenpool's character design? I get it. It's kind of ripped off of 2 characters, but character design is so key. It's so key. Color palette, character design. Jen Bartel's art so soft, and this cover is just excellent. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, I don't know if this is an incentive. I'm not 100% sure.
No, I think it might be a qualifier. If not, it's open to order.
Okay. Yeah, well, this is a $60 book, so yeah. So that's why I asked. Yeah, so if it's an open order, then you should be able to find this somewhere. Again, this is one of those, if you see it in the back bins for cover price, pick it up.
This is probably not going to be in the back bin, so I'm going to warn you guys. It might sound crazy, but Jen Bartel covers like this usually don't stick around in bins.
Well, I mean, honestly, when you think about like some of the back issue bins as it is, Gwenpool is not in there a lot. Ghost Spider is not in there a lot. They're just not in there. Which I mean, because Miles stuff is usually not in there. There might be a couple issues, but that's about it. which makes you think like, okay, well, Batman's got like 2 long boxes of back issues, some of these other characters that people do like, you can't buy back issues. They're just not there.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, here we go. Next on the list, we got a Storm book, ladies and gentlemen, and Storm number 3 by the great Stephanie Hans, and this is the 1 in 25 variant that is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm such a fan of Storm. I'm such a fan of Mohawk Storm, and when it's like a 12-inch Mohawk like that, I'm a super fan of 12-inch Mohawk Storm.
Yeah, I think we talked about this book like maybe a year ago or something. I mean, like something like that, and it probably was on an almost 10 back then. I can't ever remember this stuff, but I feel like that we talked about this, but it was not selling as high then as it is now. Now it is a $300 raw book. I feel like before when we talked about it, it was half that. But this is not a book you see. I mean, a Storm number 3 issue, 1 in 25.
It looks
Not
so
many of these.
clean.
Oh, it
It's a
does.
trade dress. I mean, that trade dress, like, take note. Artists and publishers, take note on a book like this. Like, I get the barcode being there is a kind of off, and but the Storm looks so good up top, and this is a good one.
Mm-hmm. And there's two or three, I think 2 first appearances in there as well. So just nothing big, just the Shira brother and sister Esther and Noah. But yeah,
I used eggs, not Elmer's glue.
was there a store variant for this? Because it looks like there's a virgin version too.
Of this?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
It's right here, yeah.
That'd be an odd book for a store variant. Storm number 3.
Unless it's just a higher ratio, but I mean, were they doing that back then like they are now? No.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of exclusives taking just another great variant and turning it into a virgin. I'm sorry, I'm just not. But it is what it is. All right, next on the list, almost 10. How about a great Star Wars book that seems to show up on every couple of months or show up on some show? And this is such a cool book. Star Wars Fan Club Special. Tough to find. Dark Horse Star Wars. Looks badass. Got all the characters on the front.
2008. So this is 14 years ago now. How many of these do you think are out there?
Not many. It was a Hyperspace Star Wars Fan Club exclusive for, you had to have a membership, I guess, in the fan club. So how many people there's a ton of people probably in that fan club, but how many bought the comic?
Right.
Don't you kind of wish they would go back to some of those obscure, like the Deadpool and Siege,
He-Man.
J. Scott Campbell's, the He-Man. I really wish they would go back to some of that stuff before. I know, they kind of have like Boom has some of them with the doing those. I mean, IDW has like some of those where you can only get them online and stuff like that. But they're not like, they're still not like crazy rare or anything like that. I kind of wish they would get back to some of these super, exclusive type things that nobody really knows about. I mean, I know Tynion kind of did the
bullshit.
Yeah, with those whatever that Substack thing or whatever it was, but this one it was the first 9/8 sale that's listed on GPA. Sold this week for $700.
Wow, that feels like that should be $1,000 book in my head. Just in my head.
I mean, what is the book though? I mean, is it anything of other than just throwing a bunch of characters on the cover? I mean, is there anything on the inside that's worth even having?
Well, let's take a look. Let me do a quick little search around for this
And
thing.
I'm trying to figure out, like, how do they get Jabba the Hutt to, like, pose for a picture?
So it was a special comic released by Dark Horse. It included the Star Wars Fan Club membership kit, shipped to everyone who ordered or renewed their hyperspace membership after November 7th, 2007. The first issues were mailed out in March 2008. The cover wraparound artwork by Sonata was originally used for Star Wars Panel to Panel Volume 2 Expanding Universe. It's got Routine Valor for contents. It says Routine Valor, a message from Bantha Tracks editor Mary Franklin, fake comic book ads by Pablo Hidalgo. All you Star Wars nut jobs out there will know that name. And a story called Into the Great Unknown. So there you go. Super rare. That's cool.
It looks good.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that, man. I wish so bad that variants would be rare again and that con variants would be rare again. And we'll get into that later. All right, here we go. Next on the list, another one of those books that Stein's got to go and, just put on Front Street. Right? Just put it on Front Street so everybody can find out about it. And McClay doesn't have one yet, but you just got to go and do it. Right. And even if it's like the stuff McClay like collects, like creator first and early creator stuff that's rare, you still got to do it.
Yeah. What is this? The Dreamer #1. This is, again, it's got the old IDW logo. So this is from mid 2000s or something.
08. Yeah.
08. So this is just a B cover, but it is a Jenny Frison cover.
Early Jenny Frison cover.
Very early, but this actually looks like Jenny Frison as opposed to, the hack slash that looks nothing like Jenny Frison at all.
But did you know that she did the covers for B covers for the whole series
of this Dreamer?
Oh, that looks like hack slash Jenny Frison right there.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah,
it had an interesting signature of hers.
Yeah, her signature was different back then. Yeah.
Yeah,
so here you guys go.
She did all the B covers?
Yep, all the B covers and all 6 issues. It's very tough to find. I only have this one and this one. And I want this one, this one, this one, and this one, but I'll never find them now. How much did this sell for?
$250.
Yeah, that's why. That's why.
I don't even know I've never even heard of this title at all.
Yeah, man. I go searching out these type of books. I love old school IDW. This is the type of stuff you can find in dollar bins because that's where I found mine. Found them in dollar bins. And there's the Mighty Mel V in the house. Before we started anything, fix your mic.
Hold up. Yeah, I was going to say, before we're going to tell him to fix his mic.
I did that. I did that. It's a celebration, bitches.
So here you guys go. Be on the lookout for the Dreamer. The B covers 1 through 6 are all early Jenny Frison covers that are super tough to find. And that totally looks like hack slash Jenny Frison.
Yes, that does. Hey, and I will suggest this as well, not just for Frison, but there's a lot of artists who are now popular that did a lot of B covers for some of these indies 15 years ago that you don't see every day. I've been running into a lot of David Nakayama covers on like weird, like Zenoscope, B covers and stuff like that. He did that hack slash B cover, and it's got like their old signatures and all this stuff. But if you find those things for cheap, there are a lot of people that just collect just that artist. So those are always ones that are really hard to find. Indie titles from 15 years ago. They may not necessarily be hyper rare, but you just never see them for sale.
Yeah.
What
did
I miss?
A lot, bro.
Shit.
A lot. We haven't even got there yet.
Yeah, and some insane weird books for sale or that have sold.
Yeah. And the Almost 10 is not over yet, though, you guys, because I already said, you guys know I love creator first. I love early creator works. I love those cool little finds in books. And I got to shout out Nick over at Key Collector because you guys are going to be blown away by this. And I don't think people have seen this yet. Do you know about the Comics Journal number 84? Did you know that it is the first published Todd McFarlane work before Coyote? And he did Batman.
I don't even know what the Comics Journal is.
Come on, bro. The Comics Journal. That's where the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles appearance is that Paul W. always talks about.
I'm kidding. But it's not anything that I would ever... I mean,
Bro,
I know you like those things, but it's not a...
freaking love this.
But it's not a comic.
It's a comic magazine, bro.
Right, magazine.
I collect
not a comic.
Magazines.
Yeah, it's
comic magazine.
It's a magazine. I mean, titty magazine. The titty magazine is still a magazine.
Yeah, but if it has Spider-Man Japanese comics in the back, comic fans are going to want to collect it.
So the Playboy's first Japanese Spider-Man?
You got that. This is cool, you guys. This is super cool. And I will go to my grave looking for this book now because I don't have it. And I just told you all about it. So I pulled a Ben Stein on myself. What Ben Stein usually does to me, I pulled on myself.
That's really
put
funny.
myself on Front Street.
Brian, what I have, I still got you and Ben stuff. I'm gonna put it in there, but I have I don't know why I bought this, but I have a sealed in the plastic Playboy Michonne when she got the actor that plays Okoye Michonne when she got casted and they released it. They interviewed. That was her first interview for The Walking Dead. I'll give it to you. I'll put it in the package.
There we go. I collect magazines, you guys. They're badass, especially magazines like this that have creators first in this. This is cool. And the fact that it has McFarlane sending in a picture of Batman, you can totally see the Spawn. And by the way, he created Spawn around that same time, if not earlier than this, when he was in elementary school or junior high when he created Spawn. And you can look up those old school drawings he did of Spawn, when he was in school. But yeah, man, 81 right here. And for those of you guys that don't know, Comics Journal is really cool because you find a ton of these. Just go to the back of Comics Journal, go to the letters section, and look for the art, first of all. And a lot of big, huge artists who were young at that time sent in their art to this magazine to try and get it published. And there's a ton of huge artists that are in the magazine. I want to say Mignola, obviously McFarlane. There's just a ton. There's a ton. So, and then also a lot of creators also wrote letters into it. So you guys be on the lookout for that. So
there is one magazine I'm looking for, Brian. You probably have it. The Transformers or Ultra probably has it. Transformers Magazine UK 113. It's the first Death Head. Can't find that thing anywhere. If anybody has it, let me know. I'll give you whatever you want.
So very, very cool. No one talks about the lawsuits between Al Simmons and Todd McFarlane. I know that you can still find Al Simmons signed Spawn books out there by that guy. So, and I remember, I don't remember the lawsuit between him and Al Simmons, but I remember him in the lawsuit between him and Tony, who was the hockey player, the badass hockey player, Tony
Amato?
No.
Or Granato?
Was it Tony Fitz? No, that's Tony Fix. We know. No, it was
Esposito.
No, chat. Let me know. It was a hockey player that McFarlane used his name and based a character on him, and the player was like, "Fuck no, you're not." So,
interesting.
Yeah, that was an early Spawn. So Tony Twist. Tony
Twist. Thank you.
I thought you could I thought you could use people's names just like purely coincidental or something like that.
It's a great question. It wasn't back then. Tony Twist definitely won.
No, I thought the Al Simmons.
Oh, the Al Simmons one. Well, they were friends. Him and McFarlane were friends.
Oh, gotcha.
And that's why he named it Al Simmons. Yeah.
And he sues them. What the fuck?
Hey, man, listen. I'm telling you guys, money makes people do weird shit.
Yeah, bro, I'm seeing it right now.
Yes, you are. Yes,
seeing
you
it
are.
right now,
Yes,
man.
you are.
Hey, you know who? Hey, you know who it doesn't make do weird thing or make somebody do weird things? This
Who?
guy, me,
Yeah.
does
This
not make
guy.
me do
Yeah.
not make me do weird things.
People with character,
no matter what people
with
want
morals,
to,
integrity.
no matter what
Mm.
what trashy IG accounts say, does not
Well,
happen.
apparently, people do anything for hits as well. So that's
Mhm.
Yes. Oh, they will. They will. And you'll hear more about that maybe on Saturday night. Come hang out, Modern Comic Mayhem. All right, here we go. On to the Hot 10.
You
Brought to you.
didn't get my last two?
No, where are they? What are your last two? Oh, I didn't. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, and one of them's a magazine, so you you should be super happy about that.
Which
What are
I
you
don't
doing
know.
to me, bro? What are you doing to me, man?
Hey man,
All right.
this is what this is what happens when I send you stuff late.
Yeah.
Is everything okay, man? I know you said it's a personal shit.
Oh no, it was just I'm like I'm dealing with kidney stones, which is just
Brutal.
awful. Yeah, it's awful. And I got home from my trip this week and just I had just a dump truckload of stuff to deal with at home. So nothing
What is
bad or anything.
this?
Bro, this is what I'm talking about. So this is Spawn. This is a hardcover. Spawn number 49 through 60. Now I don't know if they did this for a bunch of other ones, but it's a hardcover, and this thing sold for $1,700. Now I don't know where they got this. I mean, how this thing was distributed. I have no idea about this. Have you guys ever seen this before?
No, never. Not once.
Yeah, I don't even know what this is, but apparently it's issues. I mean, it says right there, issues 49 through 60 on there.
Yeah. Could it
seven-
be? Could it be? Here's what I'm worried about. Chat, let us know if you can find if there's multiples of you out there, because I know there's people all the time that bind their own comics.
I don't believe that this is. I think this is legit.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, legit from McFarlane. Now, if I remember when I found this, I thought it said something like it was given out to employees, maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah, AOA, I'm actually setting up my lithotripsy for sometime soon here to get those things busted up. But you guys, way too much information you probably need. But
Pain. Lots and lots of pain.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, nobody. I've never heard of this, so this is completely new. If anybody has any idea what this is, I mean, I can. If nobody else has ever heard of it, I can see why something like this would sell for $1,700.
Well, you put a magazine on there that I love, and I own an issue 1 of Heavy Metal magazine, but I do not.
There, look, Luis Olivio said yes. Employee copies.
Employee copies. There we go. There we go. That's cool. There we go. That's awesome. Even better. Heavy Metal 318. That's a cool cover, man. Speaking of magazine covers and magazines.
So this came out this week, and it's a Hildebrandt.
Yep.
Which for everybody back in the 90s, it was the Hildebrandt brothers were awesome. Obviously, one of them's passed away. What was the other one's name? No, this is Greg. What's the other one?
Tim. Tim.
Yeah, I think it is Tim. Yeah, he's passed away. So it's just now Greg. But this is like I thought it was a cover for. I thought there was a story about Game of Thrones.
Right.
In there. That's what I was. I mean, initially that's what I thought. But this is only selling. I mean, it's a $14 cover price. So I mean, it's only selling for about cover. But there were a lot of them that have sold. So I could see this one actually gaining in price just because of the number of sales that are out there. And this is obviously not something that most people, if I go into a store, they might have one copy of Heavy Metal, right?
Well, check this out.
Isn't Heavy Metal usually like print on demand? You can buy them off the website.
I have no idea. The only heavy metal I've ever bought was 2 art germ covers. That's the only ones I've ever even owned.
It's pretty interesting in this issue. Young adult horror serial The Axe by Fall Out Boy's lead guitarist Joe Troman and writer actor Brian Posehn, with Deadpool artist Scott Koblish, who did the Todd McFarlane Snake Eyes cover. A lot of people don't know that. Reaches its penultimate chapter. I didn't know. You know, all these musical acts, hip hop, rock, are getting into creating comics, and I find it fascinating. You know, I don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of Disturbed and this and that, but that comic looks great. The stuff that we're going to get into a little bit later, this is something we need to keep an eye on.
What issue is this?
318. This just came out this week.
Yeah, 318, $14.99 at the cart at heavymetal.com.
That's badass.
Go to the back issues. There you go. Go eat.
There you go, you guys.
I mean, that's about, like I said, that's about what it's selling for. You know, secondary right now. I'm assuming that if they, you know, I don't know how heavy metal works, but if it does, you know, if they do have a, you know, basically some limit, once that sells out, then the secondary market would pick up, I would assume, from there.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So, all right, you guys, we are done with the almost 10. Now we got to jump into the big part of the show. 161 watching live right now. We want to say thank you. Hit that sub button if you're not subbed up. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. That helps us immensely. Check out all the links in the descriptions. If you're not subbed up to all of our other channels, make sure to go check that out. Mel, what's going on in Drunken Chat tonight?
It is my farewell show. Not farewell forever, but farewell for a long, long time. I'm going to be taking a long, much-needed break. That was that.
I got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna taking a little hiatus. I'm going stingray fishing across the Ivory Coast. No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, I was like, holy cow!
No, I'm just taking some time. I'll let the whole liver recuperate, and you know, I just want to take a break. She's getting a little. It's taking
a little much.
Yeah. Just falling back for a little while, but I'll be back.
You'll still be on IG though.
Yeah, I'll still be on IG. I'll still be on Whatnot. I'll still be talking shit. But tonight, one last time for liquor. Lucas, courtesy of Skybound, my man Big Cutch. You get the Virgin, you get the black and white, you get the trade.
And do you know how many of those there are? I heard today.
No.
I think 1,000 of the trade, 500 of the Virgin, 100 of the black and white.
Oh damn!
I believe those are the numbers. I'll double check on those.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm giving away a set for free, or you can come in the chat, say something. Lucas, for the final time for alcohol, Lucas, spin the motherfucker.
There we go. Hell yeah, brother. That's nice. That's very cool. All right, you guys, let's get into it. Let's get into the honorable mention tonight, starting with the Golden Age honorable mention. We got a weird comic on the Golden Age honorable mention. Well, like a weird comic. It is Weird Comics number 7. Weird Tales of the Future number 7.
Yeah, I don't. Is it me, or did like when I first saw like the devil with his teeth like that? I thought of that first Enchantress cover,
yes,
with the big and the people behind the teeth or whatever. I don't know why that made me think of it, but
nice.
But yeah, that was like the first thing I thought of when I saw this. But that is a crazy. I mean, it's like every weird monster coming out of the devil's mouth that you could think of, right?
Yeah. That weird, I can't remember which weird it was, but which number it was, but it's the one where it's the decapitated head coming out of the magician's hat. sold this last week for a ridiculously low number. So be on the
ridiculously
lookout.
low number.
Yeah, there are some. If you guys just keep your eye on the selling platforms, whether it's Whatnot, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, my comic shop, whatever, you can find such great deals on golden age books right now that like aren't the big, huge books, but you know, kind of the books that still are really, really nice. People put them up, and for some reason they put them in the wrong places and they sell really cheap. So keep your eye out on eBay and stuff like that. It's very interesting what modern books are selling for, but what some of these cool golden age books sell for is ridiculously low. I think it was like $300 it sold for.
It definitely looks like a Red Room cover.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Rain3 says, McClay, did you do a pickups and a wrap-up summary of Seattle? Not yet. That will be tomorrow night. I will be doing a summary of ECCC and Seattle, which was crazy. And then we're going to get into the craziness of Fan Expo Toronto tomorrow night.
Battle Beast for Store. Battle Beast doesn't fight women. That's what Battle Beast would say. It's like Goldilocks.
So what did this sell for, Stein?
A 2.0 sold for $2,600.
Wow.
Yep.
That's nuts, man. That's super crazy.
Can you imagine this sitting on like the little newspaper stand as you're walking down, or walking through Times Square, and you see your little newspaper guy. You get your little 4-year-old kid, and you go, and this is the cover sitting there, front and center. Like that's insane, right?
Yeah. No, man. Some of these old books we talked about it. The Sodi, a first print Sodi, Seduction of the Innocent with dust jackets sold for like $1,200. I'm looking for it real quick here. It was $1,400 Sodi sold for, and of course you guys know like that is the comics code, and here's one of those books, and these were going to kids, for how much? What was this? 5 cents? Probably 10 cents.
10 cents.
So, yeah.
Have you guys seen Nosferatu? Based on those kids, remind me of those kids in Christmas Land. They look all cute, and then when they're just waiting to eat somebody.
All right, let's get into the next honorable mention, you guys. A gorgeous Black Panther cover. This is absolutely beautiful. The Dodderman 1 in 25 for Black Panther #2 from 2018.
Still?
What do you mean still?
I just thought this would have filtered out by now.
Really?
Well. So I always feel like when some of these books a few years after the fact all of a sudden like pop back up again, somebody has mentioned it or something like that has people watching what they say. That's the only thing I can think.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was like no sales on this, and then like about a few weeks ago or a month ago, there was a sale of this for like $12. So I mean, it was like okay, like literally nothing, and now it's selling for $75, and there's like 4 or 5 listings, and they're all over 100. So it's like, and it's got some weird dollar. Richie probably knows way better than I do. Some weird
first Venom Killmonger, correct?
Yeah,
Jadaka.
It's some weird. They resurrected his body or something. It's something real strange.
It's basically, I mean, just to put it in a footnote version, but it kind of has a lot to do with what's happened from WandaVision all the way through. But this particular character ended up getting like a shard of the McCarran crystal, and that McCarran crystal, I believe, was made or is through the nexus of realities. All that nexus of reality multiverse stuff. I think that's the power that is basically powering this McCarran crystal, and he got a shard of it, and it just turns him into whatever. So, yeah.
But they would say it was a symbiotic Killmonger or something like that.
There's probably some symbiote mixed in there somewhere. I mean, it seems like that's like the failsafe for Marvel, but when they develop old characters and the new. But but that's what I've read. I just, I did a little research on it.
I remember this was like steady $75 book, easy
when it came out. Yeah, and then it, like I said,
then like $12. Yeah, it's like this.
Yeah, $12. Yeah, now it's back up to 75 and probably gonna be over 100. So
I got one somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but it's somewhere in there.
Black Panther 2 is going to come out and blow everybody away.
Yes.
I'm positive on this, you guys. I'm
100%.
staying positive. If there is one positive thought I have for Marvel Cinematic Universe, it is Black Panther 2 going to be amazing on every level. I'm going to stick with that.
What Wesley Snipes say? Always bet on black.
There you go.
Well, I mean that would be a bucking the trend, because I can't think how many movies and shows in a row that have not done that. I mean,
I agree.
It's a running list at this point of.
It's been since Loki or Spider-Man. Everything else after that has been terrible.
Remember, Jadaka was the name of Michael B. Jordan's character. So if you go and do a deep dive on this character, it will take you right to Earth 19999. And you'll see Michael B. Jordan. So you'll be thinking, okay, don't get confused. There's two different realities here. You have the MCU continuity, and then you have Prime Universe 616, and then everything around it. But it's separate from Michael B. Jordan. This is the comic book version.
I gotta find it. I don't even know what box this is in.
Sounds like my 2 rooms in my house. All right, let's get on to this next. At number 10, you guys, let's throw a design variant in there. Why not? I'm not gonna mess up who this is on this one. I'm not gonna think that this is
not good. Okay,
this is not Honey Badger. Or
I know I've been going to bat for her from you with these designs. Okay, this was not the best. Okay, I admit that.
What do we got here, you guys? Spider-Gwen Gwenverse number 5, the Momoko 1/100 variant.
So who?
Wow.
So this is what Spider-Gwen is Captain America.
Did she draw this when she was 13?
The shield is what makes me laugh.
I'm not even looking at the shield. I'm looking at that bottom right-hand corner. Like, what?
Bottom left. Everything. There's no offense to Momoko, who has some major hits, like amazing. But take a break, Chica.
Was this in one of those magazines that you were talking about earlier in the back with the lettuce?
Hey, she got her start in some crazy magazines. Talk to Big Leg about that.
No way. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, she's got those Liefeld calves too.
Nice.
Yeah, this is
good.
What are those on her feet?
I don't know, but man, like the bottom half of her legs on that center one. I mean, it's like she's got her legs are like that, and then her thighs are like that. Like that is like so disproportionate. It's terrible, but
Lord of Brooklyn. Yeah.
What is that? Is this the Princess Spider Woman, Spider Girl, Spinderella? What is her name?
Danzig wears Uggs.
Yeah. No way.
Well, yeah. So I think we're pretty much all in agreement. Even though this is selling for, I mean, it's a 1 in 100. It's selling for around. It's selling for around 100. There's no way that this thing can continue to sell for around 100.
Stein is body shaming.
This is a Pokemon gotta catch 'em all collector buying these books right now. This book won't sell for $50 in 5 months. Unfortunately. Yeah.
It's bad.
I could be wrong on that. I could be totally wrong on that. But what I'm not wrong on is that at least 4 out of 5 people will say this looks like a kid drew it.
Yeah. Not the best Momoko, and I like Momoko.
Yeah, this is tough. So, all right, on to number 9, a much better cover, a much better book. Conan the Barbarian, number 23, old school. A lot of people that don't know much about comics or just go by cover appearances don't realize that this is the first appearance of Red Sonja. They usually pick up issue 24 because she's on the cover, but this is the first appearance of her, and this book is going to be a monster again.
Yeah, so they set out casting this week, right, of a Red Sonja movie. Now the female lead, I don't know her.
Matilda Lutz.
Yeah, do you know? I mean, I saw she was like Italian or something like that, but I don't know who that person is. I don't know what she's been in or anything like that. But this is obviously, I mean, this is a 50-plus-year-old character. I just wonder whether or not, I mean, we all like Red Sonja covers, but has any of us ever read a Red Sonja book ever?
I thought it just
that's a negative Ghost Rider.
I thought it just made covers. I didn't know there were actually words inside.
Right. So I mean, it's like one of those. Do we really care about a Red Sonja movie or not? I don't know.
Well,
who's playing her?
Are Barbarians making a comeback?
Maybe.
Barbarian movies in the 80s were great.
Barbarian movies are great, period. Like, bro, listen, I watched Top Gun Maverick last night. I couldn't finish it.
What?
Are you kidding me? It was so cheesy, bro.
What?
It was so cheesy, dude.
Sure.
Dude, when Tom Cruise wrecks that plane, and you think that they're going to give him another job after that, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. And then the music that they played was great, but it felt so cheesy. It felt like they must have tried to edit that movie 10 times, and the final time they're like, fuck it, just put it out.
No, I really enjoyed that movie.
Did you see it in the movies though, or did you see it on at home?
I saw it at home in HD in my awesome surround sound, where it's probably better than it was in the movies.
Okay.
With my 2,000-inch wall that is painted in a TV.
What was that to do with Barbarian movie? I thought
people are saying Barbarian movies are cheesy, and
I love Barbarian.
The biggest movie of the year was cheesy. So here's the thing: Red Sonja, the first Red Sonja, so fucking good, and dude, you didn't love that movie as a kid?
No.
What?
I tell you why. Arnold Schwarzenegger was supposed to be King Conan. He made some fucking random fucking guy in a velvet vest. Like, no, this is wrong.
Well, I always looked at him as Conan-ish.
He was supposed to be King Conan, and then they changed it for.
He is Conan, bro.
But he wasn't Conan in the movie. That's what killed it for me.
I'm cool with any Barbarian movies except, like, we were supposed to get. Remember, at one point they had put out that awesome, like, teaser where it was Schwarzenegger as old Conan, old King Conan, and man, that would have been so badass.
So badass.
But it ended up being Momoa, right?
Shout out to Awesome Sauce Radio, Bridget Nielsen back in the day. Ooh wee, oh yeah, bro. So, all right, what is it selling for now?
So this is how down the market is as a whole. Well, I don't want to say the market, collectible market, not just comics, but the collectible. So this gets casting is a book that you would think, oh man, it's going to be, their prices are up about 5%. Not a big mover, but right now anything that's moving at all above what it was selling for last week is a good thing. So it's about VF raw coffee is about $150. But
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
great book.
But that's where
tough to find in high grade.
Yeah, and there are forget the all the new Dynamite Red Sonja book, that they put out every single week with 78. The Frizen ones are huge sellers. The Parios are huge sellers, and they're not easy to find anymore. They're 10, 12 years old. They're hard to find. So those are still winners, regardless of anything else.
Be on the lookout for the one. What are the 70? The one where they made only 75 of them. those badass white ones where it doesn't have the trade dress. They
Oh
only made,
yeah,
like,
they just back then the virgins were all limited to 50.
50. Yeah.
Yeah, that you had to get straight from Dynamite. That like they
Yep.
didn't even sell them. But yeah, they were limited to 50. Funny story. If you don't know this, so the one that Brian's talking about is it's the all white cover. Red Sonja's like got the knife in her mouth. She's underwater and her hair's like floating in the water, but you don't see it. And it's a Frizzen cover. I bought that book off of Dynamite's website, got it in. Again, there's only 50 of them. Got it in. I was trying to be cool, and I was like, man, I want to send this in. I want to get a 9.8 because nobody else is going to have it. This is like the coolest thing ever. I'm not a presser, but I do have a press. So there are sometimes some of my own books I will press slightly just and then send them off. So Dynamite books back then, the paper is really weird. Put it in the press, only left it in for like, I don't know, like 15 seconds. I mean, it was very short time. I was just trying to just take out like one little tick that was on that front cover, pulled it out. The entire book was sealed together.
Would you put it at 180?
Oh no, it was like 140 degrees.
Oh really? Wow.
It was completely sealed together. I got so mad. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose this thing because it cost me like $75 to buy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm trying and the pages aren't coming. I got so mad. I ripped the book in half and threw it in the trash. So of that one, there are only 49 copies because I completely destroyed one of the copies.
and I also, don't you have because I remember when we talked about that book coming out, because I bought one too, based on Stein telling me about the book, and that's it right there. Gorgeous,
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and so I did end up buying another one, and I did end up pressing it, and mine is the other 9.8, but it's not for sale. It's just stuck in my box. But yes, so I've had two of them, and one of them was ripped completely in half.
Pretty sure I won this from Stein.
Won what?
The Frizzen Red Sonja. She got so many Red Sonja books from you.
She did. You probably did. Some of those sell for really good money.
Yeah.
Might not have been the Virgin, though. Might have been the trade.
Yeah.
I gotta check my Stein boxes.
Frizzen's so great. All right. You know who else is great? Mother frickin' Greg Horn, baby. Old school Greg Horn. Marvel Greg Horn. Every cover of this series is great Greg Horn. Emma Frost cover style Greg Horn. Yeah. Greg Horn's so badass.
This is pushing the envelope, man. It's
yeah.
This is an old book. This is early Greg Horn. This is She-Hulk era Greg Horn.
You almost see some lipper reaction there, man.
Nice ribs.
Great cover.
Right.
And I used to foil.
Yeah, foil accented.
Yes.
It's just accents right in the certain spots. Which is really funny. But this is this is technically a variant. It's like a I don't know the proportions that they had or anything like that, but I used to think this was Miley Cyrus, but
where the fuck is she going? She's in a cab?
I don't know.
Jeez, Greg Horn was some shit, huh?
Yeah. Hey, Kal-El, appreciate the super chat. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so I don't know why this is selling again.
I have two good reasons.
Yeah, but it's always sold for like $20, $25 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But now, for whatever reason, this week it's been selling for 60 or more, and I don't know why. I mean, this is I've never read this series, but I've heard it's a terrible series. Like it's really terrible.
If this sells for 60, what is that Emma Frost going for? Because that shit was that was some good art.
It's all good art, dude. This stuff is so great. Like, this is Greg Horn, early Greg Horn, and Greg Horn is one of the coolest guys just to hang out with, be around. Super, super nice.
Shout out to Bird City.
Yeah, man. And he, I think he separated his shoulder or something recently, so hopefully he's healing up well. But
Open to order variant, huh? And then there's a Dynamic Forces as well, but not that cover. It's a different cover.
yeah.
You guys' comments are cracking me up over in the in the live chat.
Chat is on fire.
Yeah. By the way, 184 live, you guys, and we're only at number 8.
Yes, sir.
Let's get on it to number 7. We were talking about band and music acts doing comics,
Yeah.
and Evanescence has thrown their hat into the ring.
Yeah.
And this is actually a pretty cool looking cover if you're like into the Angels and type stuff. But yeah, Evanescence, Echoes from the Void, number 1, the 1 in 5 video game variant.
Shout out to Smith Comics, man. Put me onto this joint. I was like, yo, all of these books, all of these band books are doing great.
Opus,
bro.
yep.
Yeah, so there's actually a 1 in 10 of this that I think is really even more gorgeous. That's I think is selling for less than what this one's selling for. I don't know if this is just like going towards the video game crowd, and that's why I'm not really sure. This one's selling. I mean, it's like I said, it's just a 1 in 5. It's selling for 15 to 20. Yeah, when you were talking earlier about like all these bands just Disturbed, all these things basically popping up. I mean, there's actors. I mean, you think about it, like all the actors now that are doing books. Keanu Reeves,
Peyton Oswalt.
yeah, that Andy Serkis has got his own book now. The Gollum from Lord of the Rings, he has his own book. It's like it's very strange the people that are actually jumping into this.
Let me know when Iron Maiden drops one from Opus, because those covers would be fucking amazing.
Is that the one? Is that the 1 in 10 right there? That purple one, or is that the 1 in 10?
This is the second printing. The purple. This one right here is the second print.
1 in 5. The purple is a 1 in 10.
Okay, the purple's the 1 in 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean they're very. And I get it from reading the synopsis. This looks like it's like an anthology, like they're taking all their songs and basically making a story off of one song or something like that. But
so which band was doing this before any of these bands even thought about doing this?
Slayer.
Nope.
Oh,
Coheed and Cambria, bro. Coheed and Cambria, the lead singer of Coheed and Cambria, every single one of their albums is a storyline, right? Based on characters that he created. And he did comics for them, and he put them out. The first 2 were put out. You can only get them from the band on tour, and they weren't a big band yet. And they're super, super tough to find. They're put out by Evil Inc. Well, the first they were put out by Coheed and Cambria, and they have a little Coheed and Cambria thing on them. And then they have Evil Inc. ended up putting them out a couple issues out later, so they're super hard to find. But they continued. They did the Good Apollo stuff, all that type of stuff. So if you guys are into that type of stuff, go look up the Armory Wars, Coheed and Cambria comics and all that stuff. So yeah, Kiss was you're right, Lucas. Kiss was doing it kind of. I mean, they were in comics and they put their blood and stuff, which is cool. But
Guar's cool.
Guar is cooler than cool, bro.
I mean, Umbrella Academy. I mean, it was. I mean,
yeah,
by
Gerard Way.
From My Chemical Romance. So I mean, it's like
look for his first ever book, which is crazy, super rare.
Is that Jack in the Box book a Mark Hamill book?
They canceled those, bro.
Okay. Yeah.
Everybody order just if you order more than one,
which is bullshit. Because I only ordered 3 and they got canceled. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, very, very cool stuff. Be on the lookout for them. What is it selling for again?
This one's the video game selling for 15 to 20.
Okay.
Right. I'll be honest, I wasn't even aware that Evanescence was still putting out music. I
think they're a different band.
No,
they still have Amy Lee though.
Yeah, Amy Lee. Yeah. What I mean by a different band is like I think Amy Lee is one of the only people left.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going on tour with the new iteration of Korn.
Yeah.
That's what somebody in the chat just said, that their son went and saw them in concert tonight.
Shane. Shane says he's seeing Coheed and Cambria in the UK in October, which is cool. All right, here we go. On to the next one. Number 6. Let's get into some Scar talk. Scar Son of Hulk #1 variant. Love the Scar Son of Hulk books. This is the Julie Bell cover. And what's going on with Scar right now?
So I guess there was some kind of like tease in the second issue of I haven't seen the second
Episode
not issue, episode of She-Hulk. I haven't seen
Right.
that one yet. I saw the first, but I haven't had a chance to watch the second. But I guess they were kind of referencing Scar somehow. And so now everybody's back on the Scar hunt again.
Well, I mean, shit, I don't want to spoil it. It's only been a week, but the one part where that, I'm not going to spoil it, but the one part that connects Bruce to Sakaar, what happened, why, okay? Doesn't that was kind of like an entry point to Scar in a sense? And then what happened in the second episode made it even more. I'm trying to do this without spoiling it, but
Just spoil it, bro. Who cares?
okay, so the spaceship, it's called a Sakaar security cruiser or something like that. In the first episode of, and I apologize, but anyways, of She-Hulk, they're driving, they're going on freaking, and she's Jen Walters, just Jen Walters, and this thing flies around the corner and gets up on the bumper, and she goes down. She hurts herself. She gets the blood. She turns She-Hulk. Anyways, when she's and she's She-Hulk, and they're in Mexico and they're hiding out, she asked him what was that thing. He's like, oh, that was a Sakarian security cruiser or Sakarian cruiser. She's like, what? What's that? A spaceship? And he's like, that's a whole another thing. So what that told me right there is like, okay, so that go ahead and links World War Hulk, right? From a comic source material right there. Now we're going back to Grandmaster. Well, remember in the MCU, I believe the Grandmaster died, right? And I heard, by the way, that Jeff Goldblum did a bunch of, on Reddit, on the Marvel spoilers, he did a bunch of like reshoots, and they cut him out of the Thor 4. So I don't know if he was in it, what his deal is, if he is really dead or not. But my point is that World War Hulk kind of links in the Son of Hulk.
Okay, I'm sorry, I mean cut you off.
Oh, good. Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, okay, this is my mind. When I saw that, I was thinking it's Sakaar. I didn't know what it was. I knew it was a spaceship, but I thought it was from I thought it was like the Grandmaster's crew tracking him or something, or maybe it is in that sense. And then when he said it was a Sakarian cruiser spaceship, that told me like, okay, World War Hulk is the source material. They are Eastern right now. And then within hours, I saw all this World War Hulk stuff. So then supposedly what's going on in the second one, I'm not going to spoil that, but that is even links it more. So I don't know.
Hear me out. If they're going to introduce Jack of Hearts in this season, Jack of Hearts had a storyline where She-Hulk could not control herself. Her main thing in this whole 2 episodes is about how she's always in control. Jack of Hearts comes around, she loses control, and in order to keep her at bay, they are the ones that ship her to another planet. She becomes World War She-Hulk.
Wow, that's huge.
I'm just saying. It's just
that's your theory. I love it.
Theory. People call me drunk in my drunken chat. Drinking 10 in the morning. No.
4 years, Mel. What have I always said about you? I've always said the same thing. I said, do not sleep on Mel.
If they're bringing back Planet Hulk stuff to do in new books, that says a lot.
And also, there is a cover. She-Hulk is in Gladiator wear. I think it's an FOC soon. So
there we go.
Hey, but what do you think about this cover?
I love it.
It's great. I thought it was Conan.
Julie Bell, bro.
What else has Julie Bell done?
Julie Bell has done a ton of shit.
Because this thing is ridiculous. Like, this is better than the Hulk's 635 Gronoff. I mean, this is gorgeous.
You know that Julie Bell's a bodybuilder? Holy cow, bro. But anyways, she's married to Boris Vallejo. And Boris Vallejo and Julie Bell, of course, the Marvel Masterpiece cards and all that stuff. Weren't they part of that? But anyways, yeah, good stuff, man.
One last thing. Dre said, why would they do that? Doesn't make sense. Well, I don't know if the rights are still belonging to Universal for Hulk, so they really can't use them the way they want to. But I'm thinking that MCU owns the rights to She-Hulk, and they could do that with the She-Hulk character. That's why.
So let me show you guys some Julie Bell, just beautiful fine art. Look at that. That is crazy good. So go check out juliebell.com. Beautiful artist. Does a bunch of fantasy stuff, animal stuff. She's a bodybuilder.
What's that variant selling for?
Okay, so what I hear? I'm looking at my list. 2 weeks ago, a 9.6 sold for $30. Raw copies are now selling for $50 or more. So good to whoever bought that 9.6 for $30 2 weeks ago.
So this is the first in Prime full appearance, first in 616, right? First in the Prime Marvel Universe full appearance of Scar. Because
is this
right?
ratio?
Yeah, this is a 1 in 20. But this issue, I believe, is the first full appearance of Scar in the 616. And I think there's a partial origin in there as well.
Yeah. All right, on to what did you say it was selling for?
$50 or more raw.
There you guys go. Get on it. All right, next book on the list. It has been heavy Jenny Frison today, you guys. So
that's
this
creepy as shit.
Yes, I was going to say the same thing. This right here is fucking creepy, dude. I could not buy this book. I couldn't buy it, man.
Yeah, this is fucked up.
I'm going to have bad dreams just looking at this book right now, dude.
Yeah, this is like the twins from The Shining, type thing or something like that.
Have you ever heard of the? By the way, you guys that are listening to this, Grimm #4, Jenny Frison, Virgin variant, 1 per store.
Is it the first appearance of these two characters?
Don't know, but the Grimm series is great. If you guys, I've heard a ton of people say Grimm is amazing.
Yeah.
So, have you guys ever heard about the what do they call those? Like not wives' tales, but like tales that you don't know if they're true and stuff.
Urban myths.
Urban myths. You ever heard the urban myths about the black-eyed kids?
Wasn't there a book? There was a book, Black Eyed Kids, no? From
there's
Aftershock. But go ahead, tell me.
Supposedly, like there's these urban myths of these young kids showing up at your door and they have all black eyes and they're asking to come in to get water or to use the phone or something, and they take over your mind and stuff. But anyways, this right here reminds me of that, and now I'm gonna have nightmares about yellow-eyed kids.
What happened in the black neighborhood? We don't open the door for nobody. You ain't call. You ain't open the door.
Hey, I think what's making it creepy, and if you actually look at their faces, they're identical twins.
And no eyebrows.
Right, that's what fucked me up.
They are freaking identical, other than the hair. Like there is nothing different on. So it's like super creepy.
If this ever gets made to any kind of property, these will be fan favorites. These two characters will be.
Oh yeah, totally.
I still haven't read Grimm, but this is selling for like 25 to 30, which again, on this type of a week where not many books are selling for great, that's why it's there.
Why are you fucking with me, man? Why are you fucking with me?
Manny nailed it. Children of the Corn vibes, absolutely, my brother. All right, get these ugly motherfuckers off the screen.
Number 4. This is a really nice cover. I like it. I think it's good. Black Cat Annual #1,
second print,
2021.
So what is it? What is the spec on this?
Tiger Division. That is Luna Snow, Taijuki or Taiju. I don't know how to say his name. I still don't know yet. I love the guy. The General, Mr. Enigma, Ant, who you guys know as Lady Bright, White Fox, and now Shang-Chi and Jimmy Choo. Is it Choo?
So this book was out the gate $18 to $20. Week 1.
Mm-hmm.
What is it hitting at?
It's right back to where it was then. Now it's right back in that same spot.
I'm mad at it. I'm mad at it.
Yeah. So, like a lot of these, when they come out, they got some kind of weird first appearance. People buy them, and then 2 months later, everybody's forgot about it, and you can pick it up for half of that. But then once something does pop up again, somebody starts talking about it, then it goes right back to where it was before. So
It's Iron Cat. It's Iron Cat Part 2. It's basically a
long
solo
spec.
series. It's a solo series that was solicited in the new solicits for new to order. So it's not even, I don't even think it's on FOC for a few weeks. And that's it. So once you get issue 2 and 3, if it's not phenomenal, then this book will phase out unless there's some kind of rumor on Reddit or online about these characters being developed in other media.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into the next one. At number 3, Detective Comics, number 1063. Got Rom V series, Killer series, Raphael Albuquerque on the art and the interior. But this is the 1 in 25 Yoshitaka Amano variant.
yeah, I can't. I made mention of this. I can't remember the last time there was a Detective Comics book on this Hot 10. Like I mean, I'm thinking like. I'm trying to even think, even from the New 52, I don't think any of the Detective Comics books were sought after. I mean, you're talking going all the way back to the jock covers from, or any of the Detective Comics. Yeah, I mean, it's been many years since a Detective Comics is selling for more than, and I think this one is benefiting because for me, it looks like something straight out of Sandman, and so I think it's piggybacking off of Sandman.
I don't know if it wants to piggyback off of Sandman right now.
What's wrong with Sandman?
There's rumors out there that it's not going to be renewed for season 2.
Not going to be renewed by Netflix.
Yeah, because
it was their number one.
Budget's going to be higher.
It was their number one show.
Yep, they mentioned that in the article. Yeah.
So,
that's why I said if you still thinking something's killing the kids, going to be on Netflix, you got another thing coming, brother.
Yeah. I like the 8 covers. I think Ultra mentioned that the 8 covers look really, really good on the Rom V or Albuquerque's run. I think they're 2 issues deep right now, right?
There's always a DC book on this list that like that Poison Ivy. When I first said it, I thought it was okay. Like I think this is, but now I think it's great. I think this is okay. Probably next week I think it's great. But it's been a lot more other like DC's been killing the variant game, bro. I gotta give credit what credit is due. I don't know what's inside the book. I'm not a fan of DC characters except for Black Adam. Now that is a good read.
Yeah. I want to shout out everybody that is watching right now. How much was this going for, Stein?
This one's around like 40 to 50. So it's a 1 in 25. So again, for a week like this, that's good.
Is this the same kid who did that Shazam cover? It was a Shazam cover maybe like about a year ago. Very Bible-ish looking art.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Was that Ray?
I don't know. It's a good question.
It's a great question.
The cover was a great cover.
Yeah. 201 live right now. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We have 2 more books on the list. One that we're going to spend a decent amount of time talking about, I imagine. But before we do, I want to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed to all the YouTube channels lately. Thank you for making the House of Stein 1.2K subscribers strong. For making Beyond Wednesdays 1K subscribers strong, for making Popcorn Culture 526 subscribers strong, and for making the Mighty Mel V channel 2,000 subscribers strong.
Well, I didn't hit 2,000, did I?
We are at 1.97K, bro.
I was celebrating your 2K over the week. I feel like an idiot.
He's just rounding.
Oh shit!
It'll be there tomorrow. I'm not gonna.
Gotta get a box together.
It'll be there tomorrow. So if you guys haven't already subbed up to all of these channels, you guys can find links below in the description. Do yourself a favor, go check them out. They will change your life. Seriously, you'll love it. That being said, we've got 2 more books, 1 more non-Batman book that we're going to talk about, and that is another Scar book. What if featuring Planet Hulk, #1.
Richie, I'm talking to you.
I
Dodger.
love this book.
No,
I
no,
love this book.
not the book. I'm talking about the Dodger hat.
Oh yeah.
I do love this book as well.
Now, here's your first appearance of Scar that I know people are going to fight over if they don't have it, but this is it.
AKA, if you don't own it, you'll rip it.
Yep.
So I bought this on Whatnot when it was down. I paid like $7 for it. I'm like, yo, Scar's going to be a great character. I mean, it's the son of Hulk.
You bought it for $7?
$7, yeah.
I sold mine for probably $20 a couple weeks back.
A couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Well, it's now 100+ raw. So
Really? Guess what? The lizard. Nah, I'm a whole man.
I saw 9/8 are selling for 1,000.
Shut up.
This is a tough book to get in high grade.
No,
It is.
I don't know.
Send me an oh shit box because I sold mine, Dennis, and so I need one.
Specking on, fuck it.
Specking on, fuck it.
Yeah,
I mean,
Adam.
I mean, this. I mean, you guys probably would know way more than me, but is this like a legit Scar first appearance to where it's not going to be like the What If Thor?
It's just Baby Hulk.
Well,
That's
or
it.
I mean,
I
is
can't
that,
remember. Is it World War Hulk or is it this book that it's just the one page and it has him coming
World
up
War
from...
Hulk #5.
Okay, that's what. So yeah, this is the better appearance.
This is the better. This is the one to have.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Which one came out first?
I don't want to say, but yeah, I mean, I guess this is more of a full appearance, and then the one that that you put on the list, I believe earlier, the 1 in 20 and cover A, that would be the first 616.
So the World War Hulk 5 is the first appearance.
Cameo. That's cameo.
Man, you won't stop that shit.
Well, it's just one thing of him like coming out of the swamp or whatever that is.
Can you see him? Did you say I'm Scar, motherfuckers? I'm here. He just comes out of the swamp.
I don't think so. No, I don't even think he says anything. I think he's just.
Can you see it's him? Like that Scar.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, that's my first period. Man.
Here's the book right here, you guys, and this one.
But if I didn't know about Scar, no, I wouldn't know that was him.
Does it say anything about Scar in this? Yeah, here we go. First appearance, Scar, unidentified, is what Marvel's database says.
Hold it. That say it's got George W. Bush in this issue? What?
First appearance.
What?
Yep.
Wow.
Topical reference.
I mean,
Just a reference.
Okay.
Do you really think we're gonna get Scar? Can Marvel? I know they can afford it, but that's a
Look
lot.
how cool he looks right there. I've never seen that image.
That's a lot of money for CGI Hulks running around the fucking screen at the same fucking time, bro. You talking Amadeus Cho, you talking Red Hulk, you talking regular Hulk, you talking She-Hulk, you talking this motherfucker.
Well, Amadeus Cho is an animation. You know that, right? That's animation. That's freshman year Spider-Man. That's animation. It's not an MCU continuity. It's just basically a side project. So
but we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him MCU.
Yeah, we'll get him in MCU. 100% agree with that. My thinking is this: is they can't use Hulk for a movie, and I guess they can only use them in joint movies on series or whatever their contract is. I'm not a lawyer, Esquire, whatever you want to say, but I'm thinking, well, they have a ton of other really cool Hulks, and they're just going to go that way. So
that's going to cost a lot of money. CGI.
Red Hulk, you got Son of Hulk, you got She-Hulk,
Great Hulk,
Lyra. I think Lyra is alive right now. I think the
Hulk baby mother,
the Hulk Raging Thunder one shot, the second iteration of She-Hulk, Lyra. I think it's like, yeah, is it Jen Walters' stepmom or is it his sister? I don't know what. There's some kind of
that get skin out of fucking
or
control.
It's Bruce Banner's daughter, something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, I think she's live. There's a ton of Hulks that they could do instead of Bruce Banner, and he can just hang out with the Avengers.
Yeah, all these Hulks running around. I hate to be an insurance agent. Ben, how would you feel about that?
Yeah, Ben.
How you feel about all these fucking Hulks running around?
Man, I'd be going after him for something.
What is this sell for again? $100.
100 raw, 1,000 for 9/8.
Fuck it.
Wow. Great cover. Killer cover. All right. Number one, you guys.
This one, I'm going to stick around for this one because I left kind of rudely last time. I didn't want to be rude. I was just fucking fed up with just agitate fucking bullshit. But again, here we go again.
Batman 423 gold foil variant, supposedly an exclusive for Fan Expo Canada, but nobody was able to find them from what I hear. I don't know, man. What's going on?
Okay, so
Wait, before you go ahead, say what you got.
yeah. Before somebody comes out and says, "Oh, you're pumping this thing up because it just came out today," blah blah blah. Look, I don't have a copy of this. I don't know anybody who owns a copy of this. I don't know anything about this book. All I know is it's selling for $150. I don't know anything else about it. I don't like these kind of covers where they just keep reprinting old classic covers and they just make them foil and different. This is now because they did it with the red one already. Now they're making a gold one. So I don't even like this. So all I'm doing is putting it out there that this thing is selling. I don't know how people have this already. If it just came out today. I mean, Fan Expo just started today, right?
Oh, yesterday.
Was it yesterday or today?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes. Okay. So yesterday. Okay. So that's, you guys take this book for what it's worth. I would not spend $150 on this because I don't even know how. I don't even know how many of these are. I mean, there could be 3,000 of these things.
All right, so Joe, I want to say that. All right, all Whatnot sellers had that's true. I mean, they were being sold at a con. That's what you do. You go. Forget about Whatnot. Obviously, there's a lot of eBay sellers selling the fucking same thing. So let's just not single out Whatnot. You know what I'm saying? This is what kind of, not saying that you're doing it, Joe. Not saying that you're doing it. This is what causes problems. It's not just Whatnot sellers. It's eBay sellers as well. I seen a post on IG. It was like, Whatnot bought all the copies. So Whatnot turned to a fucking human being, bought a badge, went to the fucking table and bought all. No. You can't put this on Whatnot. Didn't tell motherfuckers to go buy the book. It's sellers that do sell Whatnot as well as sellers who sell on eBay that went to go buy the book. So let's just stop put everything in a basket here. People flip comics, and it is what the fuck it is, bro.
I want to ask you guys a question. I'd love to hear you guys' answer. If you're working for a company or you're contracted with a company, and you go and make stupid decisions, or not stupid decisions, I won't say that. You go and do something and the optics are really bad. Should that company have to take make some changes?
As with any company, if you are a contracted employee and you do this on company time, then you fucked up.
But what's company time for like a football team or a baseball team or
that's
you know
tough
what I mean?
Because they're independent contractors as well. So if you go into I see what you're saying, because I mean, me and Mel both worked in the same industry. So yeah, I mean, I think that I'll give you an example. If I was working at the racetrack and the racetrack was let's say advertising a giveaway, and that giveaway somehow there was some kind of fuckery in there, and it made like, the media, I think they would have to either A, make some changes, or B, be accountable and come out and apologize. But the fact is that more of these corporations don't do it, and they just fall on deaf ears. It just doesn't happen. So this is small sample size.
So let's say, obviously, again, I don't know any of the facts around this at all, but let's say Whatnot did buy all of them. Okay, so let's say they just bought them all. Okay, well, what if they would have just produced them themselves, and instead of selling them for $50, they just put them out for $150 and just sold them all, and we bought them all? What would be the difference other than they would have made more money? If they buy them all and then just decide, well, I want the price to be $150, well, they could have done that to start with.
Because the rumor, rumor or myth, however you want to put it around the campfire, is before the show opened, Whatnot gave motherfuckers money to go fucking buy the books before anybody else can get it.
Right, but you see what I'm saying though? I mean, like, it doesn't matter. I mean, if they would have went to DC and said, "Hey, I want to make this variant, this gold variant of this, send me 1,000 copies, and I'm going to sell them,"
that
and they
would have
sell
been
them for
fine. But the reason that this is a problem in that regards, Ben, and this is just my opinion, is because this was advertised as a con variant, right?
Okay.
So people at the con, should have been able to go and get one. So here's my thing. If you're going to advertise as a con variant, I think you need to do the one per person thing, right? You can't let somebody go buy 20 issues or 15 issues and not think that person is going to go jump on Whatnot, instantly put those 10, 15, 20 issues available. You know what I mean? And it's going to look bad when these should only be one per person.
So then you're at that point, then you're blaming who is selling these to start with, or the con, not Whatnot. You're blaming whoever's again. It's the
Whatnot should be not blamed in this.
No,
it should. Whatnot. The company should not be blamed in this.
Right.
I mean, look. I know all of us have sold on Whatnot, and and I don't have. I have no opinion on Whatnot at all. I think what is kind of what I see is, and this is the same thing that happened with Spider-Man or the Miles book, was that some of these people who want these, they're projecting their frustration on not getting one and being able to make the money, because all they're doing is just wanting to get it to flip it. So they're just mad that somebody else is able to do that, and I understand that. Especially when there's stuff in, going behind the scenes. But I can tell you that, that happens in everyday life. I don't get a Ford discount if I want to go buy Ford. The Ford employees get that. And there's other people that have this discount that I can't get. And I end up paying $2,500 more for a Ford vehicle because I don't get that discount. So, I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that but I will say that if you are not happy about this, then don't buy this book. Just let all those copies that everybody gobbled up, just let them sit there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. To allude back what I was saying. 1 sec, Mel, and I'll let you go. When I was saying, so now I'm getting a clear vision. So if Delmar was given a giveaway, and they were giving away, let's say, Tony Gwynn something, and we found out that they're flipping on the secondary market for $60. Some dude goes in there and he just buys multiple tickets to Delmar so he can buy as many as he can or get as many freebies as he can to flip them on eBay. You can't blame that guy for doing that. As long as they don't put Whatnot on the cover without permission, I don't think it's their fault.
Right. It's I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Mel. You're good.
It's the greed of some people.
There you go.
That's bringing down the app, and I think the app is great because the app is helping a lot of families eat. It's helping a lot of families pay bills. So I think the app is getting a bad rap for a lot of greedy people around the situation.
So here's
one more point. I'm sorry to cut you off. Buying con exclusives early has been going on since the beginning of since I've been back in the business going to NYCC. People would buy the stuff early and put them on eBay. Nobody had a problem with that. Why not?
Because they're buying all of them. And
that would happen. That happened before.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. NYCC. Enormous.
Really?
Enormous.
Well,
yeah.
it's still wrong. It's still not a good thing.
It's not good. It's not good. No.
The con organizers need to realize that for the same reason that if you're an artist or a creator on Artist Alley and somebody comes up to your table, you talk to them, you engage them in conversation because you want to have somebody come back and buy your art and think that you're that they respect you. You talk to them. There's that going on. Is the same reason that you can't act like a douchebag and expect people to constantly come back to you and not take hits, right? So here's the thing, and I'm not saying that this is what it is. I'm just asking the question. Do you guys think that Whatnot maybe hitched their wagon to some of the wrong people?
Possibly.
Yeah, I got to keep it a buck. Yes, I got to keep it 100 because. Yeah.
Well, And here's the thing: that company a year ago didn't exist, and they've basically blown up to a multi-billion-dollar company in a year.
But it's not. It's not just comics. It's
No, I understand, but what I'm saying is that company grew so fast that, I mean, this isn't, it's not just comics. I mean, if you do sports cards, they've had other sellers that they've hitched themselves
Oh
to that
yeah.
people are not happy with, that are very, very shady characters.
You know what I hear a lot, and I'm not saying this is true either. I'm just saying this is what I hear a lot, that they feel like there's a lot of frat boy energy going on, that type of thing.
Oh, this feels like Wolf of Wall Street. Is
Yeah.
what it blew up so fast. That's what it reminds. Like if you went to a whatnot party, it feels like there'd be, you'd be throwing little people up against a target. That's what it feels like.
I never been to one that party, but if I had a chance to go, I'd go. I'd never been though. You know what I'm saying? But it's what I try to do shit for the smaller sellers. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to promote smaller sellers. I think whatnot is a great application for people to make some money selling their books. But again, I compare new sellers on whatnot to what foreigners think of immigration. You think you're just gonna come to America and the streets are paved with gold, you're gonna chip the fucking gold of the street. It ain't like that, bro. You gotta work hard. You gotta bust your ass. You gotta be in there. You gotta sell the books you don't want to sell. If you want to be successful in selling on whatnot. Period. Point fucking blank.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't just gonna be gifted. You a lot of motherfuckers complain they selling dollar books thinking, oh, why am I getting $20 for this book? You can't sell for shit. You gotta be out there. You gotta grind. You gotta entertain, bro. This shit blood, sweat, and tears, B. You gotta know what you're doing. It ain't just here goes Hulk 412. It's got Samson on the cover. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Like, nah, you gotta be in there. You gotta bust ass, bro. You gotta bust ass, B.
I'll be honest. I just don't understand how some of these people can still be choosing such bad. It's bad choices, really bad choices on the optic level. And I'm just going to say it. I met a lot of these people. I haven't met a ton of them, but I met some of them. I don't feel like they're necessarily bad people and this and that, but they come off sometimes like, and this is what I'm hearing a lot. There's a lot of them that come off as like, I don't care if you're mad at me. Go, I've got so many fans.
Look at Duke Shepard's comment. Duke Shepard nailed it right on the fucking head. You can see what's up. You can see who's honest. A lot of shit is coming to the light. A lot of shit is coming to the light.
And here's what I will say. I want those people to come on my show. I want them to come on and to talk about, to talk about what's going on, because I really feel like, and not even my show, come on Mighty Mel V show, come on a show where it's not a bunch of your friends and that, you might get asked some tough questions. Come on those shows and talk about it. If you go on one of your buddy shows or this and that and talk about it, it's not going to help, because it's just, it makes it look like you guys are joking about it. I would love to have Nerdy Girl come on tomorrow night. I'm going to do my best to get Rage Theo to come on tomorrow night. I would love to,
Theo, good dude.
Yeah, I want to get these people to come on, and Danielle's going to take a lot of heat. She's going to take a lot of heat over this, and she's already taken a lot of heat over it. Is it warranted? I don't know yet. More things. We're going to find out more things, but let's be honest. She's going to take a lot of heat for selling 10 of these books on her show the other day when people couldn't even get one. That's a problem. It doesn't look good. It happens in comics all the time. We know about, other sellers dealing with other sellers behind the scenes on the first day, but again, behind the scenes.
Yeah, but again, I mean, you take this back to the sports card market from 2020 and 2021. Anybody who wanted to buy something, they would go into Target, Walmart. You couldn't find anything, and yet you would see people on Instagram or anything, and they would have just walls of this stuff. And where did they get it? Oh, well, they had these back end deals with the people that were stocking the shelves, and everybody was mad, but everybody just kept buying them. Well, so that in that case, that situation is exactly the same as this. I mean, it's no different at all. They have an inside connection. Now, I don't fault them for having the inside connection. They did some work to be able to get that inside connection. Do I think it's bad business in the long run? Yes, I think it's bad business in the long run. I think but I think this short term, this short-sighted mentality is rampant, not just in buying and selling comics or buying and selling cards. It's rampant in our entire country. We're very narrow-minded as to what makes us happy right today, and does not think about the big picture on anything. And so I think that's a problem.
I wanna. Out of all this acetate shit and all that shit, I want to give props to Keep It Thorough, because he definitely kept it thorough. So you did it for the right reasons. You didn't come off. It didn't come off as fake. You feel what I'm saying? You came off real. A lot of these motherfuckers, they did it for the clicks. Thorough, you kept it real. I give you credit where credit is due, bro.
Sure.
Always do that. I always do.
And here's the other thing. You know, a lot of these people are under contracts with Whatnot. I mean, they're paid Whatnot employees.
That I did not know.
Yeah. And recently, you know, some of these contracts are not being renewed, and the people who are not being renewed are coming out and talking about it. And more people are not going to be renewed. That's going to get more whistleblowers. It just feels like this is such a problem that the optics, if the people that are at the top level, right? Let's be honest. I mean, there's certain people. Let's take a look at top Whatnot sellers. I'd love to know the top 10 Whatnot sellers. I'm sure Spider-Man Booth is there, who's great dude. Like, that's one dude I never hear anybody talk anything bad about. So shout out to him. I'm sure Comic Tom is there. I'm sure.
Top 15.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I want to know who these top sellers are. And then it's going to be interesting to see if any of those guys end up renewing their contract or not, you know, that type of stuff.
Well, my thing is this: Whatnot is in the business of making money. They make money when they sell books, because they get paid. Now, if it's a situation where you're paying a certain employee and they're not paying they're not getting no fees taken out, then I don't know what the fuck you're paying them for, because they should be on the front lines taking the shrapnel for everybody to come in, because at the same time, that's how they eat. If they're not protecting how they eat, then the motherfucker ain't for you, man. They ain't for your company, bro.
Well, you know, Davis Ryder, I don't know Davis Ryder. I've never met him, but I saw him selling signed ketchup packets and mustard packets today, or giving away signed ketchup and mustard packets today. That doesn't look good. I'll be honest.
Well, I got to start drinking checks.
Yeah.
Kill me.
So,
Mal.
I don't know, man. It's just the optics. I feel like there should be somebody at Whatnot that's telling these top guys, like, chill out for a bit. Chill out for a bit. You know, you're making a ton of money already. You're getting a ton of free product that you're selling. You're probably making money on a salary basis through Whatnot already. Chill out for a bit. And I'm really surprised that Whatnot hasn't had somebody saying that to these people, because the optics is so bad. Yeah. No. It's going to continue unless they do chill out like that, unless Whatnot comes out and says, hey, we got to put some rules in place on some of this stuff because it doesn't look good.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to continue to look even worse. And
Agree.
Here's the ultimate problem. At what point do con organizers and con owners say, we don't want Whatnot here? You guys have a bad name, and you piss off more people at the con than you help. I'm not saying that's the point now, but if this continues, let's be real. It's going to be to the point where they're going to be like, no, we don't need the headache.
Right.
We don't need the headache. And that sucks, man, because the app is a really good app. And here's the other thing. eBay's coming. eBay is coming with a mouth open and sucking up all the little guppies. They're a whale shark out there right now, man. So it's not good to be having this bad PR when eBay Live is coming and they're taking your people that are not signing contracts, or you're not re-upping on their contracts. eBay's looking to go, come on over. So it's very interesting, man. It's very interesting. Yeah, eBay's getting ready to. They have their eBay Live beta in the works right now, and they're getting ready to swallow. Let's be honest. Whatnot is only been around for a year. They're a multi-billion-dollar company, only been around for a year. They're amazing. I love the app. It's amazing how fast you can connect with your community and sellers and buyers. But eBay is 10 times bigger than Whatnot, maybe even more, and they're going to be like, okay, yeah, hold my beer. So we'll see what happens. I understand why it's the number one book. Again, people are going to get mad and they're going to get butthurt. Why are you even talking about this book? Because everybody's talking about this book right now. It's selling. You guys see the sales. I mean, go look up on eBay sold sales. They're selling for $150.
What was the buy-in on this? There,
$30, bro.
30.
And I saw them sell on Whatnot for $120. Buy it now, like this.
Yeah, $120 to $150. Yeah, definitely. Wow.
So if I was a Whatnot seller and I had these books, one, I either wouldn't sell them right now, or I'd give them away. I would definitely not sell them right now. I'd give them away or hold on to them. So just what I would do. And I'd be honest about it. I would say, yeah, I have one. Again, transparency is the key.
Right.
If you're just going to be silent, that's kind of a bummer, because people are going to like you more if you come out and you be honest and you be transparent. But definitely don't come out and laugh in people's faces. That's the worst thing you can do. And that's what's been happening a lot lately. That's been the feeling a lot of people are getting, and that's a bummer. Shout out to AOA, who dropped a $5
AOA?
Super chat. He says, Ben Stein writes secret comic influencer message in his dry erase board. Only I can see. It says, smash the like button now.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, AOA. You're the man. Love you, bro.
That being said, you guys, 181 live to the end. This is an amazing show. I get to hang out with amazing friends, and including each and every one of you guys live watching right now. Thank you to everybody that catches us on the rewind. Drop a comment below. We want to know what you think. We want to know what you want to hear. Who do you want to hear from? Like, are there people out there that you want to hear from? Let us know. And that being said, go check out Mighty Mel V's last drunken chat for a while. It's going to be a not miss. Come hang out with us tomorrow night on Modern Comic Mayhem. Ben, you got anything else coming up? You got any sales coming up?
I'm actually home for the next 2 weeks, and I've got some days coming up. So, or some days off. So I'm actually going to. I might list some books on eBay. I finally sold a book on eBay, so I might throw some slabs up at auction. So who knows? I don't know.
I'm going to do the same thing, man. I'm going to start keying into my eBay store. I just ended up working with Comic Book Shopping Network. I've got a spot over there. I'm going to start selling, I believe, Sunday nights on Comic Book Shopping Network, which is going to be a lot of fun. So awesome. I'm going to be over there. And then, of course, you guys can find me on Whatnot. I got sales every week. I'm just going to be doing my best to continue to get people good books. I've got a sale tomorrow, huge sale tomorrow, over 100 books already listed, and a ton of the Battle Beast variants. While we're on right now, I want to real quick give a big thank you to Big Clutch and Skybound Entertainment. Nice. If it wasn't for Big Clutch and Skybound Entertainment, I would not have these books to give away and a couple of them to sell. Definitely want to be I did not if it was up to Whatnot, I would not be having these books this week. So much love to Skybound and Big Clutch. Make sure you guys follow Big Clutch. he just did this big Clutch and Friends weekend, and it was really cool of him, and I really respect him. So make sure you guys are following Big Clutch. Go check out Comics Vault Live. He's doing sales all over the place on Comics Vault Live. So shout out to Skybound Entertainment. Go get yourself a Battle Beast book. If you're not getting the variant, go get yourself the regular. Great stories in here.
Very cool.
So that will be this weekend.
And Steve said put an eBay link somewhere. If you do want to check my eBay, all my links are under my link tree on my Instagram. So
same with me.
Everything.
And you can find those in the description below. I try to put all the link trees in the description below. I will add Stein's. Richie, you got anything coming up?
I just copy and paste whatever Bryan does in the comments, and then I ad lib it. He's probably caught that by now, but
I'm cool with it, bro.
I'm learning. But fantasy football drafts all week, all the way through week 2 for me. I've already drafted 4 teams. I have probably 12 more now, so 16 leagues this year. And then our league as well. That'll be on Labor Day. And hopefully we're going to get some content out of this, right? I mean, 14 people in the league. We have all of our closest friends in the circle, and everybody has a channel, it feels like, right?
Well, I think we need to probably figure out a way to live stream the draft, right?
And maybe some giveaways too. That's what I'm thinking. Per round, per pick. Who knows?
Amen.
So yeah.
Amen. So all right, you guys. 158 till the end. Thank you so much. Hit that thumbs up button. Let us know what you think if you're catching this on the rewind, and we will see you again next week. Much love. We're out. Peace.